Hello, this video will show you how to build a DE addendum for your Cañada course proposal, or to build a DE addendum to attach to an existing course that doesn't have one. So we should start by being clear on what a DE addendum is. If you want to teach a class, you first need to build that course that the class is based on. And before you can build the course, you need a blueprint, a design. That's the outline of record. In 2019, California required that all of the distance ed components for online and hybrid classes be approved separately. The distance ed addendum is a way of encapsulating or collecting all of those facets to your class in one document that's associated with the course outline of record. All of the aspects that are described in that DE addendum are part of the overall course and need to meet federal requirements for accessibility. The facets of your class that are described in that DE addendum also need to meet the requirement of regular and effective contact. It's expected that the instructor will have the same level of contact with students and that students will have the same level of contact with each other in a face-to-face or online class. Your DE addendum should demonstrate that you have regular and effective contact initiated by the instructor, both instructor to student and student to student. You can build your DE addendum inside CurricuNet. There are 9 questions you need to answer inside of CurricuNet to build your DE addendum. The first box is just whether this is a new DE addendum or a revision of an existing supplement. The next question starts with a checkbox. You have to confirm that the distance education component of this course was developed by an instructor trained in online pedagogy. In the box underneath that, you need to make a statement. Your assertion needs to show how the instructor had training in online pedagogy. The easiest way is to say that the instructor took the QOTL training at Cañada. Also, if the instructor took any of the basic training at 1, that's acceptable. You should try and keep this description brief. If you put here that the instructor who developed this course and will teach this course had 6 years of online training, then it might be interpreted in the future that only someone with 6 years of training can teach the course. The next is a statement of what modalities you expect this course to be taught in. We encourage you to just check the first box, online, hybrid, and web assisted. In the next box, you can indicate any limitations. For example, if you believe this course can only be taught effectively in a hybrid mode, you can indicate that in the next box. I suggest you do this with caution, though. If you find in the future you can and do need to teach this course fully online, you would have to complete a new DE addendum. The next box is a series of assertions. It's a checklist that you and your department should go over. By checking these boxes, you're indicating that you and your department have considered all the aspects of putting this class fully online, and that you and your department agree this course can be taught in an online mode. If any of these boxes are not checked, that means some essential step was not considered, and the DE addendum will not be approved. In the next box, you should indicate the instructional methods that you expect to use in delivering this course in a DE mode. Things like announcements and bulletin boards, chat rooms, emails, any of the methods of contact you intend to use should be indicated here. In the next box, you should indicate any representative courseware or textbooks or other materials required for the course. In this box, you should only indicate materials or courseware that is different than the base class. If you're going to use the same textbook for your online and your face-to-face class, you don't need to repeat that here. In the next box, you should indicate the methods you're going to use to evaluate student performance. Things like online quizzes or weekly homework. Are you going to have synchronous discussions? And any of that information, any of those methods you're going to use to evaluate the student performance, you should indicate here. These are representative methods, and you can add more things later, but the more complete you make this picture, the better the curriculum committee will be able to understand your intentions. The next box is very important. As I said, the distance education component of your course has to meet all of the federal guidelines for ensuring accessibility to students with disabilities. You should indicate here how you are going to achieve making your course accessible to all students. Things to consider here are closed captioning on your videos, making sure any images in your course have alt tags. You should also take a look at any tables in your course and make sure that column and row headers are included so folks using screen readers can easily navigate. Underneath the DE Addendum, there's another checkbox. You should fill out this section as well. This is the required place for you to state the regular and effective communication methods. In this box, you should indicate the different methods that you're going to use to accomplish regular and effective communication. You also have to indicate the frequency with which these communications will occur. And this is also the place you should indicate that if the students reach out to you, you will be able to respond to them within 24 to 48 hours. A good place for that is either discussion boards or email. It's pretty easy to build your DE Addendum, and it's very necessary to accomplish that right now. There's also a PDF available on this website. You can download that and use it as a guide as you're going through and filling out your DE Addendum. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'll see you online.